Good morning, students. I hope you all are doing well at your place. Today we'll be doing chapter number 8, Rahul and the Genie. I hope you all are studying well at your place. So let's just start this chapter with a full hope and a bright day. Okay, so let's start. Rahul and the Genie, right? So Rajay Raman is the writer of this story. The writer of this famous story has been written by Rajay Raman. Some famous magazines of her are Chanda Mama, Children's World, and Gokulam, etc. Some of the famous magazines of this Raman that she wrote, Chanda Mama and the Children's World and Gokulam, etc. These are the three kind of magazines that she has wrote for the kids, for the children, and many more. That is why etc. is written over here. And this chapter is about a boy who became friends with Genie. जो किसके साथ बन गया था? Who became friends with Genie, who had a magic lamp. जिसके पास क्या है? एक magic lamp है. So let's just read the story and we will study about the boy whose name was Rahul, how he uses this magic lamp. So this story is actually about a boy, that is Rahul, and how he uses the magical lamp. We will start this. One afternoon, Rahul was returning home from school. One afternoon, एक दोपहर की बात है that Rahul, she was returning back from his school. As he entered the drive, he stopped short. As he entered the drive, he stopped short, means he stopped for some time, and in the garbage and in the garage lay a pile of junk. In the garage area there was a pile of junk. What do you mean by pile? Pile means there is a heap of junk. Pile मतलब इकट्ठा हुआ हुआ बहुत सारा कूड़ा, which is ready for the kabadi wala, a part of mummy's Diwali spring cleaning drive. As he entered the drive, over here drive is basically a mission to clean their house, to clean the garage. When he entered the garage, he saw that there are junk over there, and which is ready for the kabadi wala, so that the kabadi wala took all the garbage from their place, and it is a part of Diwali spring cleaning drive. Actually, it was a cleaning drive that is usually a drive that our mothers they do at the time of the festival seasons, like especially Diwali, Holi, and all. Right? From experience, Rahul knew that mummy often discarded the most interesting things. What he said, that from his experience, he knew that his mummy will often disregard, means डिस्कार्ड कर देंगी उसकी मम्मी जो बहुत ही ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग चीजें होंगी उसको क्या कर देंगी, डिस्कार्ड कर देंगी, मतलब उसको क्या करेंगी, फेंक देंगी. Quickly he entered the garage, knelt down and began examining the junk. And as soon he has entered the garage, he just kneeled down over there and he began examining the junk. Means he is just scrolling the junk, that what interesting things that mom had thrown for the garbage. Hmm. Old notebooks, some magazines, some tins, some bottles, some broken toys, and nothing here. And apart from this, that magazine, tins, bottle, broken toys, all are here. And he exclaimed, "Hey, wait a minute, what is this?" He exclaimed, he just said, "Hey, just wait a minute, what is this?" It was a small brass lamp, very old, faded, and dusty. Rahul just picked it up. Rahul, from the discarded thing, he basically what happened? He pulled out the very old, faded and dusty brass lamp. एक brass का lamp है that Rahul just picked it from the discarded thing. Cute, he exclaimed. It looks like rather like the picture of the Aladdin lamp in my storybook. He's saying that this lamp, it actually looks like what? It actually looks like the picture of Aladdin's lamp. I wonder if it is magical, and I think, are you magical ho? Excited, he ran to his room with the lamp, and it wasn't safe to linger on. He actually, what happened? He just ran to his room, took the lamp inside, and he said it wasn't safe to linger on, means it was not safe to depend upon this lamp. The heavens would fall if mummy came out and caught him holding a filthy old lamp. He's saying that if my mom will saw me holding this filthy means dirty old lamp, then she would basically create a disaster. She will scold me a lot, that why from the discarded things you have taken such bad things. Okay, he was just in time to for the very next moment. he heard her calling him, and for the next moment, he heard that her mother her calling him, and that her mother is calling whom? Mother is calling Rahul. And quickly, Rahul shoved the lamp into his cupboard. What did Rahul did? Rahul actually, the lamp which he was having, he basically hid, hid that lamp into his cupboard and hid it under the clothes before leaving the room. और room से बाहर जाने से पहले, before leaving the room, he basically put the lamp inside the cupboard and hide it with the clothes. Back after his lunch, Rahul pulled out the lamp and stared at it. When he came into his room after the lunch, he just put out the lamp out of his almirah and he just started staring it. उसको देखने लगा. And would it contain a genie who would do his bidding? What he is saying might be this lamp would contain genie, so that whatever I will say, it will get completed at once. With growing excitement, began polishing the lamp again. With the help of his sleeves, he was trying to polish the lamp, which was actually very dirty. Filthy means dirty. Rahul's sleeve usually served the additional purpose of handkerchief, much to his mother, Charjan. Again, I'm saying to you that he uses his this kind of a sleeve to clean the filthy lamp, and his mother always say कि इसकी जो whatever shirts and whatever t-shirts he used to wear, उनके जो sleeves हैं, it works as a handkerchief for them. Lo and behold, a luminous pajama clad figure slowly emerged, much to the Rahul delight. And what happened? A luminous pajama clad figure, it slowly emerged when he just cleaned the filthy lamp. Salam, master, I am Abdullah, the genie of the lamp at your service. And at your service, from this lamp, it basically came out a genie. And he said, Genie, Abdullah, my name is Abdullah. And the genie of the lamp at your service spoke the apparition in a booming voice. Apparition means he was declaring himself in a very booming, very shouting voice. Command and I shall obey. And command kariye, I'll obey your saying. This Abdullah, he is the owner of the lamp and he's saying all these words to whom? To Rahul. Whoa, can you really do anything? Asked Rahul, wonder stuck. Wonder stuck means he was actually surprised inside and he was stuck for few minutes. कि वो भी मैं आपसे कहूँगा, you will be doing it? Well, yes, I suppose, said Abdullah rather doubtfully. Means he said, yes, I'll definitely do it. There is no doubt in it. As I am the owner of the lamp, I am the genie, so I will do it. Rahul came a call from outside. It was his friend Neeraj. Actually, his friend was calling to Rahul, whose name was Neeraj. Rahul suddenly remembered the cricket match the gang had planned for the evening. For the very evening, this Rahul suddenly remembered that there was a match which was set, which was to be played in the evening. But his maths teacher had given a lot of homework that day. But during that day also, they have fixed a match in the evening. But at the same day only, when he went to the school, his maths teacher has given him a lot of homework. If he sat down to the work, it would take him more than 2 hours for sure. He's saying that if I'll sat over there for 2 hours, if I'll sat there to do my homework, then it will take more than 2 hours to complete my homework. Then Rahul brightened up with his eyes fell on Abdullah. His problem was solved. He basically looked towards the genie and he said, looking into the eyes of the owner of this genie lamp, that is Abdullah, his problem was resolved. I have some homework. There are 20 sums to do. Rahul is saying that I have a homework and there are 20 sums to do. Here is my textbook and do it for me, he ordered gleefully. Gleefully means like very cheerfully, handing Abdullah the books. He has handed the books over to the Abdullah and said, there are 20 sums, you have to complete it. This is my notebook, this is my book, please complete my homework. Yes, master, I will, but said Abdullah. But Rahul had phased out of the room before the genie could complete his sentence. Before Genie would have completed his sentence, Rahul just moved out of this room and just ordered him, he just do my homework. It was quite late when Rahul came to his room exhausted after a boisterous game. After a boisterous game means after a very strong match, after a very courageful match, He was actually very much tired. Exhausted means tired, right? The books were lying on the table. The books, it was already lying on the table, and Abdullah was nowhere to be seen. And Abdullah, you can see that there was no Abdullah at that time. He must have gone back to the lamp after finishing his task. Rahul had his dinner and happily went to the bed. Rahul thought that he must have gone back to the lamp, and he has completed his task, and just Rahul had his dinner and he happily slept, and he happily went to the bed, and he thought that might Abdullah had completed his homework. But see what will happen. The next morning, the first period was of arithmetic. The first period of was arithmetic. Arithmetic means mathematics. Arithmetic word basically it includes the basic calculation, that is addition, subtraction, multiply and division. Confident Mrs. Acharya would be satisfied with the work for once. After all, a genie had done it. He handed over his notebook to her as soon as she asked for it. Mrs. Acharya, her arithmetic teacher, has asked her the homework. Please show me the homework. And Rahul, he was much confident. And why he was confident? Because he thought that the work has been done by genie, and Genie is a superb person. So he was so confident, and he handed over the notebook to the Mrs. Acharya, his respective arithmetic teacher. But Rahul was in for a nasty shock. What a nasty shock means, he was totally shocked for a second that Rahul, what is this? Shrieked Mrs. Acharya furiously. Furiously means she was actually garaj ke bolna. Furiously means bravely, shoutedly he said, every single sum is wrong. What did he said? Whatever sum you have done, it's actually wrong. What atrocious handwriting. What atrocious handwriting means very bad handwriting. What were you thinking of while doing all this homework? While you were doing the homework, what you were doing? You were sleeping at that time that you have wrote in such a bad handwriting? She opened the notebook out to him, and poor Rahul started in horror at illegible scrawl with ink blots all over. Actually, Rahul was in horror. He was frightened. He was terrible at that time. And the illegible scrawl. Illegible means which is unable to read, which was not able to read. Legible वो होता है जिनको हम पढ़ सकते हैं. Illegible is जिसको हम नहीं पढ़ सकते हैं. That is bad handwriting. With ink blots all over. Ink blots all over. You can see that on a page. Points of ink they are placed. The writing was crossed out and over handwriting is places and spilled over the page boundaries to the margin of the facing page. It means that the writing was crossed out. Means अपनी जगह से बाहर थी and overwrite हो रखा था. एक एक सम के ऊपर overwriting हो रखी थी and spilled over from the page boundaries or boundaries. जैसे we can see that this is, if it is a page, then it was spilled over to the boundaries. Boundaries से बाहर to the margin of the facing page. See, this is the margin. तो ये यहाँ से यहाँ थी writing. ठीक है. Remembering that his maths teacher was a stickler for neatness, Rahul cringed. And Rahul cringed means बहुत ही ज़्यादा Rahul was frustrated at that time, and Rahul knew that his teacher was a stickler. Stickler means वो ना अच्छी हैंडराइटिंग की पीरनी थी, उसको अच्छी हैंडराइटिंग देखना ही बहुत पसंद. As a punishment for you sloopy work, you will miss your games period today. What did his teacher said? As you have done a very bad homework, so you won't be going out for playing at your games period, in your games period. Rahul declared Mrs. Acharya, during that time you will sit in the class and you will work out, you will complete your homework. During that games period, you won't be going out and you will be completing your homework and will sit in the class and eat some neatly, not once but twice, and show me your homework before going to the home. His teacher, she has given the punishment that you won't be going out at your place until and unless you will be completing your homework, that too eat some twice in your notebook with neat and clean handwriting. Right? And that evening, Rahul returned home fuming. Fuming means he was feeling very sad. He was like murjhaya hua. He rushed straight to his room to summon Abdullah and demanded an explanation. And he summoned. What do you mean by this word? Summon means to call. He called Abdullah for the explanation that why, what the hell you have done it. I didn't know how to do this sum, master, said Abdullah. Abdullah is saying that I don't know how to do all these sums. We haven't been taught. Yes, we haven't been taught this kind of arithmetic in Genie school. He's saying that in my Genie school, we haven't been taught of this kind of arithmetic sum. I wanted to tell you, but before I wanted to tell you, you just left the room. Before I wanted to tell you that you went out away before I could speak, so that I just do the sums as I could, the best I could do. I have done it, and you just went out before listening to me. Rahul could only stare at him in a speechless dismay, and Rahul, he was actually just staring at him in a speechless. He was just looking at Jimmy with no words, and dismay means he was very sad. Just then he remembered something. That morning, Mummy had given him an ultimatum. His mother has given an ultimatum. Ultimatum means basically a solution to everyone. If he did not clean up his room before evening, a task he had been postponing for months, she would stop his money for a fortnight. His mother has given him some aim that if you won't be cleaning your room, that matlab in that day only, then I won't be giving you any pocket money for tonight. Means for today, I won't be giving you any pocket money if you won't be cleaning this room before evening. He now decided to give Abdullah another chance. He gave another chance to Abdullah, and okay, you just clean up my room. He ordered, keep everything in the proper place, and mom will be around in an hour time to check. He's saying that my mom, she will come in an hour to just check my room condition. So you just please make my room tidy. Please keep the things properly in my room, and please make it clean. Very well, master, said Abdullah. Abdullah said, okay, master. Rahul then went to play. Returning on an hour later, he ushered Mummy into his room, and confident once again that he would not be in mess. What he's saying, when he go out of his home to play, then returning an hour later, एक घंटे के बाद when he was returning, he assured mummy. He assured mummy means he called his mom into his room with a very confidence that his room has been cleaned. There is no mess up in my room. Mess up means सब कुछ litter करना, गंदा कर देना. But the next moment he was left gaping at the utter disorder in the room. And when the next moment he just entered the room, he saw that room was not at all clean. And in this, some kind of a is this some kind of a joke? Demanded mummy with outraged. Outrage means गुस्सा आ गया. क्या मैं तुमसे मजाक कर रही हूँ? Is this some kind of joke that I have told you to complete your room, to make your room neat and clean, books and toys on beds and pillows on the floor, clothes on the table? What is in your cupboard? तुम्हारी कबर्ड में क्या है? सब कुछ तो बिखरा हुआ है. Books and toys, they are lying on the floor and clothes, they are on the table. So what is lying in your cupboard? She strode up to the cupboard and through the open door. She just basically pulled the door of the almirah, and she just opened it. And the next moment, she jumped back as large frog leaped out at her. And the next moment, what happened? She just jumped back. वो पीछे हुई, देखा कि एक frog just leaped on her. Rahul gulped. This was a disaster indeed. The frog was his pet that he has kept in a carefully hidden bottle. So he is saying that the frog which just uh, leap out at the mother. It was the pet of whom? Of Rahul, and he had kept in carefully hidden bottle. Why? Oh, why had Abdullah realized it? Rahul gulped, and this was a disaster indeed. And the frog was his pet that he kept in a bottle hidden. And why? Oh, why had Abdullah realized it? Why Abdullah, he didn't realize that there was a frog inside this bottle, inside the bottle, and it was the pet of whom? Pet of Rahul. That does it. No pocket money for you for a whole month, Mummy declared and marched out. She marched out of the room and said, there will be no pocket money for you for a whole month. Okay. Rahul knew that she was in no mood to listen to any of the explanation. Rahul knew that her mother, she was not at all in a mood to listen to his explanation. He groaned and buried his head in the hands and in utter disappointment. What did he do? He groaned. Groaned means under ही अंदर he was started weeping and buried his head in his hands. Like he did like this and in utter disappointment. And he was very much disappointed that what the blunder has happened. His despair soon gave away to fury. Abdullah had better given a better explanation for this. His despair means a condition with no hope. Soon gave a way to fury. Way to fury means एक बात बोलने के लिए आगे एक क्या मिल गया, एक पॉइंट मिल गया. एंड अब्दुल्ला के पास बहुत ही ज्यादा बेटर क्या था, एक एक्सप्लेनेशन था फॉर दिस misdeed. Master, you only told me to keep everything in the proper place. Master said that you only, Abdullah is saying that you only told me to keep the things in the proper place. How could I know the original arrangement? Asked the genie plaintively. Plaintively means he asked calmly that how would I know where you keep this thing here, where you keep your things to there means I don't know the exact positions where you keep all your things in your room. When Rahul questioned him, what is your next order? Now Rahul questioned him, now tell me what is your next order. Rahul lost his temper. Actually, Rahul became too angry and he lost his temper. My next order, he shouted, just get lost, I don't need you. Go back to the genie land and wherever you came from. He said, just go back, get lost, get out of here. I don't want you from where you have came, just go in that lamp hole. Almost at once, he regretted his outburst, but it was too late. As the genie, he just left out, but after some time, he realized his outburst. तो अपने गुस्से की realization हो गई, and almost at once, whoosh, zoom, before his eyes, Abdullah vanished. Vanished means disappeared. And the lamp spun in the air and disappeared from the side. And before his eyes, इससे पहले कि वो बाहर जाके देखता, Abdullah he just disappeared and his lamp just spun in the air and disappeared from the side. और उसकी आंखों से क्या हो गया, ओझल हो गया, चला गया. Oh no, what I have done, exclaimed Rahul, slapping his forehead. Now my magic is gone. He said, what the plunder I have done, my magic has all gone. Then a fresh thought struck him, but what a lot of trouble I have been ever since I got the magic lamp. He's saying that at that moment when I got this magic lamp, actually I was getting in trouble in every situation. And so on second thought, maybe it's better this way. Might be this is better way that I should do my things on my own. Working for things is better than wishing for them. Very important line. Working from them is better than wishing from them. सिर्फ इतना नहीं होगी that if you wish कि yes I will do this, I will do this, but if you are not working, you won't be going to achieve. And there was a smile on his face and he got up. There was a smile that he should work, and briskly he began putting the things back in order. And briskly means very happily, very slowly, very calmly, he started putting the things on the right position, and this is how he completed his work. So, from this story, we actually come to a point that we should not find shortcuts for our work, and we should not depend on any other for our work. Actually, this is a very important line. Basically, this is actually tells us the gist of the story that working for the things is better than whom? It's better than wishing for it. You do not only wish ki I will do it, I will go there, I will do complete my homework, I'll obey my mom. Just do it. Just do for your work. Please be consistent in your studies. Stay perseverant, do revision so that you will achieve your studies in a very proper way and you will score very good marks. I hope you all like this lesson, and this is a very beautiful lesson about Rahul and how he interacted and how he was dependent on Genie. Actually, he was in a wrong way that he depended on Genie for every work. So, from this chapter, you must all learn that you should not be dependent on any work, on anyone for your work. You should rather work for your things rather than wishing it. Okay, thank you.